Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and yes, folks, this really did happen. The President of the United States, Donald Trump, tonight posted two stories on social media about XRP and Ripple. I kid you not. I was skeptical at first. I've seen all sorts of nonsense in my day here in the world of crypto, and my starting point for most things that seem extraordinary is that of great skepticism, which was my starting point here. But I can assure you, this is a very real thing. And just looking back at how things have been over the last several years, in particular, this type of headline just would have seemed unfathomable. Because then you figure, okay, even if you're looking forward to a change in administration and hoping that it'll be less bad than Biden, well, we were here for the first term of Trump, and setting aside any politics not pertaining to finance and crypto, so on and so forth, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. The first term under Trump as it pertains to crypto was not good. He was anti-crypto. Now, Biden, of course, was way worse. Way, way, way worse. He was like that on steroids. And so there were not a lot of good reasons to be optimistic that, leading into, 2025 when we would have, a new president, there wasn't a lot of great reason to believe that we would have this level of optimism until, there were some rumblings at some point during the Trump campaign that he was going to be pro-crypto. And I did believe that because I did not find it plausible that he would be as overt in the way that he was speaking about crypto and then not have some level of follow through. But I will say it's been even more extreme than I would have guessed from him in a very good way. The fact that he has won this election is great for everybody that's in crypto on the entire planet, even if you're not in the United States, because the United States is the largest capital market on the entire damn planet. So if more money flows in because of this stance in the United States, yes, that trickles throughout the rest of the world. So let me share with you exactly what went down here. But I got to tell you, honestly, it is just one of those moments that seems a bit surreal, even though it's obviously, it logically makes sense. I see what's going on here. And yes, it's great for XRP holders, but still, given how we've been so under attack for years now, and then for this to finally happen after XRP's gotten legal clarity, the whole thing, it's just, you gotta love it. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. I'm sure that we're all aware of this now infamous shot. This is a picture of Brad Garlinghouse and Stuart Alderoty, Ripple's chief legal officer, with Donald Trump. This is from January 7th of this year. He said, great dinner last night with Trump and Alderoty, to tag them both, of course. And that's good. I like somebody who's pro-XRP having dinner with the President of the United States. Don't mind that one little bit. And coming in and understanding that he was going to be, obviously pro-crypto, but not with the toxic Bitcoin maximalist one. They wanted favoritism for their one coin. They wanted an unlevel playing field. They're not getting it, or at least it sure as hell doesn't seem they're going to. There's no special, no sort of favoritism specifically for Bitcoin. If anything, the way that Trump wants to go, since his whole policy, his whole attitude is America first, is he's pro-American cryptos first, and XRP's the biggest one of those by market cap. It's the biggest one. So given that that is his approach, and you can like it or not like it, I'm just telling you facts here, that's a big part of why we're seeing what we're seeing. And so, yes, Brad Garlinghouse absolutely had the ear of the president, still does. There's this article a couple weeks later. Here's a picture from Brad Garlinghouse with Vice President J.D. Vance, of course, in the headline here. After meeting Donald Trump, Ripple CEO meets with U.S. Vice President. Here's one that just seems completely surreal, but we talked about this weeks ago when this news is breaking from Brad Garlinghouse. This is from January 29th. Ripple CEO confirms direct discussions with Donald Trump on XRP as U.S. National Digital Asset Reserve. That's right. The CEO of Ripple talking to Donald Trump about having XRP specifically as a reserve asset for the United States. Now, it certainly does sound like he would have explained why XRP specifically would be a good fit, but Brad Garlinghouse has also been clear that he does want to have a level playing field, and he doesn't think that it should just be one coin that's in there, which is the right approach. It'd be less convincing if he didn't take that approach. And so in the evening, hours ago, I started seeing all sorts of community members sharing screen grabs just like this one from my fellow XRP YouTuber Alex Cobb. Breaking: Donald J. Trump posts 2 Ripple XRP articles back to back on Truth Social platform. So I don't have an account on Truth, so but still I could click the link, and so this is the first thing that I jumped to see. Okay, is this real? Because I didn't think it was the craziest, given what's happened over the last 6 weeks in particular, and Brad Garlinghouse meeting with Trump and talking to him about having XRP as a reserve. I didn't think it was the craziest sounding thing. If this were a story from like a year ago, I'd be like, come on. Or even from the first administration, like, yeah, okay. But here I was like, maybe there's a chance. And so I clicked on it and I was like, well, hot damn, this is actually a very real thing. And so I don't have an account, but I can see this. This is the account for Donald Trump here. That's his official one with 8.95 million followers on Truth. And he shared this CoinDesk article, and it's from January 6th. Ripple's Garlinghouse touts Trump effect amid bump in U.S. deals. Now, of course, the reason that Trump would want to do this is not because he's some sort of member of the XRP army right now. I'm under no illusion of that. It's because this supports his assertions that what he's doing is good for business in the United States, including crypto. It shows he's following through on his promises in that, yes, Brad Garlinghouse certainly agrees, so he's using it for that purpose, which is perfectly fine, by the way. I have no problem with this. I like that it's spreading the word of XRP specifically, right? And it is good to see this. And so very clearly he feels quite strongly about this, and he has every incentive on the planet to keep going with his America First agenda, which is great specifically for XRP holders. Like, I'd be perfectly happy with an even playing field, but I'm biased, so I mean, if there's gonna be any favoritism, sure, let it be XRP. And honestly, if there's a coin that's really gonna get some true favoritism, I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's real. Like, this is just the way things landed. This is real life. It's XRP from the United States government. Yeah, it actually is. It actually is. Because of the America First approach. Now, Bitcoin, since it's there first, I think that it'll get lumped in anyway. But as far as special treatment, which is not what, again, if I were making the policy, I wouldn't do that. But still, again, I'm not complaining. I'm just being intellectually honest here. This is great for us. And so here are a couple bullet points from the article. No need to read the whole thing here, but here's what he was sharing. See, bullet point 1, Ripple increased U.S.-based roles due to optimism surrounding the Trump administration's policies, which are perceived to jumpstart innovation and job growth in the United States. Bullet point 2, the company signed more U.S. deals in the last 6 weeks of 2024 than in the previous 6 months, indicating a positive business environment shift post-election. Yeah, so I'll just pause and note that's obviously true, and I covered this at the time. Not surprised to see that. The government was absolutely hindering the legal business activities of Ripple, also harming the XRP community unquestionably. So once that roadblock went away and the people, I mean, it's very clear to people that once Trump got elected, okay, it's going to be a different world we're living in. Wouldn't you know it, Ripple's business opportunities increased substantially. Yes, obviously. And then third bullet point here, this shift in focus towards the U.S. market is part of Ripple's response to the Trump effect, which is believed to be making crypto more favorable in the United States. Yes, absolutely. And if there's one country where this matters most, it is the United States, because again, I don't care if you don't live here, that's fine. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be, we don't have to be your favorite country on the planet, okay? That's fine. But it matters the most to you in the world of crypto because it's the largest capital market on the planet. This matters more than what is happening in any other country. And I don't say that because I'm in the United States. I'm just being, like, I'm just looking at the landscape here and acknowledging this is very obviously true. Doesn't matter where you live, it should be easy to acknowledge that it just is. And then the second article, which I didn't technically get to verify myself because I couldn't click on the rest of his account because I don't have a direct link to it. And otherwise, if you're going to see what Trump was actually posting, you do have to have an account from what I could see anyway. But somebody here from the community shared a link. So taking that individual's word on it, which again, I haven't technically verified, but it would make sense. It's a very similar story. This is from January 5th from The Block. Ripple CEO says 75% of open roles are now US based due to Trump effect. And it's the same type of story here. Like, here's a quote from Garlinghouse. Say what you want, but the Trump effect is already making crypto great again through his campaign and in the administration's day one priorities, end quote. That's directly from Brad Garlinghouse in this article. So, of course, you can see why Trump would want to share this. it supports his narrative, but the narrative's real. It's not just a narrative. This is very real, and this is very great for XRP holders. He is making XRP great again. It's absolutely, love to see this, man. This is good times here, and this is real life, and this is our coin, and like it seems like a little bit of favoritism. Okay, I'm down. Let's do it. Dance the dance, my friends. So it makes me look very forward to what's happening in the future. So again, it's a virtual certainty here, because I mean, come on, look at what's happening here. The Ripple lawsuit is going to go away. The appeal, that's donezo. It's done. There will be multiple XRP ETFs. There will probably be XRP in a national digital asset strategic reserve. All this stuff that would have sounded Looney Tunes to me a year ago is all very real. All of this is actually happening. This is somehow real life, and I'm for it. Isn't that wild? This is real. And so I think that a lot of you are probably feeling the same as me, like especially if you've been here for a few years and you know exactly everything we just went through and you lived through it yourself. Yeah, and now all of these things, it's the complete inverse of whatever the hell just happened to us in every way perceivable. It's just absolute magic. I love this so much. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say, all right? That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.